Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to make the Java Hibernate CRUD application using backend using MySQL. So here, this is the Java Hibernate CRUD. Okay, so first I am going to register the student. Okay, I am going to register student as James, course Java, fee 15,000. Click Add button. Student saved. Okay, so here if you want to click clear, it will be clear. Now if you able to search the record, okay, if you are student ID 5, you will search Ravi Kumar, the relevant ID. If it is 7, James. This is the record which we added the last time. Okay, it's working perfectly well. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clear this one. If you want to update the record, so we have a choice. We have to change something and click update. It will be updated. If you want to delete the record, this is student ID 7. Click delete. Record has been deleted. Now I am going to clear, and again we have to search. There is nothing will be displayed. Now if you click the view button here, what are the students are available? It all the student records should be displayed here in the message box. It's very simple one. We have to get this grade. Okay, let me see how to do this grade system step by step. I'll be teach. Okay, so this grade system I already did it. So here this is the grade system I already did. Okay, so now first what I'm going to do here is uh, first, you are going to create the project file, new Java project, and you give the name. Okay, give the name, and next you have finish the project. You have get this folder. Okay, I already did the project. I don't want to create again by again. After that, inside the project we have create 3 different folders. Right? This is the DA main. Here, this is a DA folder. The main. This is the user interface, model, and UT. Okay, this is how we have create the folder. Okay, folders again, DA main, model, and UT. We have created the 3 different folders over here. Okay, 3 different packages, not a folder, packages. How to create the packages? Select the project file, right click. Here we have to create sorry, this is src, right click. Here new package. Here you have to enter the package, and you have to da. First you have to also da. This is the first package. Okay, yeah, I already did. That's why it takes da. If you click finish, the package has been created. That's how we have created this 4 different packages. After that, what I did here, first file I'm going to after done the stuff, what you are going to do is the second time you have to go to the Google. We have to download the appropriate Hibernate libraries. Okay, so here we have to write Hibernate jar files for Eclipse. We have to search criteria we have used like this. There are many websites are there. You are not doing here this website and all. You have to get in touch with the official website of Hibernate. Click on the Hibernate. The link visit to the respective website for download the Hibernate. Okay, so here this is the latest table. This is the latest one we are recommended here. This one. So here if you go below, there will be the here if you click on this one, you will be getting the versions. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is here click on this latest table, this one. So click on this one. Here there will be there are many versions are there. Okay, so here you will be able to get it here. This is a final one. Click download. Here it will be goes to the downloading. This is how we have downloaded all the jar files. Okay, I already downloaded here. I right click and cancel it. Okay, you have to download the libraries look like this. After downloaded, how to import it into your project. After download has been completed, select the project, right click, properties. Here we have to add library, user library. Click next. Here we have created the use another library. Here I have created as Hibernate. You have to click here Hibernate. This is how we have put in the separate library and import the file Hibernate. We have to click like this. Okay, create like and click OK. I already created here. That's why I leave cancel it. This is how we have created. After created, what you are going to do is I have to import it here. Okay, after created, select this library, add external jar. After downloaded, it's become a zip folder. Your project will be. So here after extract them, it become a normal folder. You double click on and open it. If you double click and open it, there will be the 3 different folder you can see: documentation, libs, and as well as project. Okay, now double click on the libs folder. There will be the folder which name is required. Okay, double click on this one. Okay, if you open the required folder, this all the jar file is essential in order to working on Hibernate. Okay, this all the jar file is required in order to work with the Hibernate. So you have to select all. Okay, you just select Control A and select all. Otherwise, you have to select like this and click open. This all the jar file will be reside on your reference here. After that, apply and close it. That's the thing you have to do. Apply and close it. That's the thing you have to do. After that, click make sure after done this, make sure and click finish. That's the thing you have to do it. Or apply. You have to do the stuff. This is very important stuff while you are importing the files. Okay, it's very important stuff. Okay, you have to do these things. Be carefully. Okay, right. After done the stuff, all the files should be open in this library. Okay, you don't worry about, so all the files will be there. After that, what I'm going to do here is, first I'm going to create a file which is a model, student model. Okay, student model. Okay, so here first we have to do the database connection. Okay, here this is student info. Let me go to the database. This is a database. Student info. This is the database I have created in my MySQL. Open it. Student database. It will be created. Okay, we have the student database consists of these following columns: fname, fee, course, and id. Id will be the auto increment part. Varchar. This all the types should be varchar. Okay, we are set as varchar with primary key. We are set as a primary key. Right. That's it. Okay. After that, what I did here is the same column attributes. I have to create the model. How to create the model? First, we have to specify the entity. The entity means these are the entities called name, fee, this all the stuff. We have to write the annotation. Okay, if it is a Hibernate, you have to use the annotation. Okay, annotation. How to write the annotation? This is the mark. It will be this one should be indicated as the annotations. Okay, table. This is the annotation. It indicates this in annotation equal students. What is the name of the students table? Which is the name students table. It will be indicated the annotation which is the student table. Okay, what's the table you have created? It will be indicated here. This is the annotation which is indicated the table. After the class, the student class. If you are right click model, you are after create the model package, right click new class. You have to create a student class. After create the student class, it will be blank. You have to add these entities. After that, what I am going to do is ID generate value. It will be generate will be we have created as auto increment. So we have set as auto increment part over here. Right. After that, we have created the variables, 4 different variables: ID, fname, course, and fee. The same name I have entered here. Okay. If you have entered the different name, you have to do the validation part over here. So we have the same name we have entered here. No need to validate the validation. After that, you have to generate the get and set method. So how to generate the get and set method and all the stuff here? I just remove and show you again. Right click. Here we have to source. Here we have implemented generate get and set method. Select all, generate. It will be generated. After that, I need a constructor. Parameter is constructor and blank constructor. So how to implement this one? Go to the source, generate this one, generate constructor using the field. Click on this one, select all, generate. Generated. After that, blank constructor, you just click on and enter here without the argument. I have to remove all the argument. This is blank constructor. You just remove it. Get rid of the another stuff. Just leave as a blank constructor. This is the things we have created class. Okay, class as a this also attributes. This is the methods, get and set method. This is how we have access the data through this model. Okay, model is communicate with the database and get the data into the model and passing the data into the Okay, right, DA into your application. Okay, this is the connection. Okay, right. After done the stuff, model, if your model is created successfully, after that we have to create another class inside the package util. Right click, new class, Hibernate util. Here, this is we have at the class. Okay, private static session factory, static session factory. If the session factory is null, you have to write like this: configuration configuration. Your set property. You have to write here. You have to establish the database connection. Your database is reside on the localhost. Okay, JDBC MySQL. Your name is database name is student info. You have to write the name correctly. This is the driver. Okay, MySQL driver. I haven't imported it. How to import the MySQL driver? You just go to the Google it and go and type MySQL .NET MySQL zip, MySQL connector zip, Java connector for Java zip file. Go here and you download them. Click on this one. There are many students ask me on the command how to the zip file is not available. Zip file is not available. Here I can get the zip file over here. Click on this and download and work it. After download, then same way you have to import into your library. Simply you just go here, import it here, external jar. You have to browse where your MySQL connector. So here I just show them. It's easy to. Here this is a connector. Hold on the shift key down and select both. Open it. If you open it, it will be coming here. Apply and close. After that, here it will be register driver. It is Hibernate. This also you have the Hibernate properties. You have to add the Hibernate property. It is a username and password of the MySQL. When I install my MySQL server, my username is root, password is blank. I have set like this. If you have provided the username and password while you are installing, you will be given what is the username and password while installing you given. Okay. After that, you have set this same thing, all the stuff. Okay, this is all the properties you have set it when you are configuring the Hibernate. Okay. After that, return the session factory. The connection will be returning. Okay. That stuff you have connected. This is the thing we have to do it. Okay. After that, after done the stuff, what I did is DA. This is a DA. DA is managed by the CRUD operation. Complete CRUD operation is managed by the DA. Okay, DA. Shall we create the right click, new class. This class name which I have given is a DA. Student DA. These are all the CRUD operations. First CRUD operation, this method should be, this method does by save the student. Okay. Student class, student. What is a student class? Student class means the student class, we have create the object as student. We have to access all the properties of here. Okay. So here first transaction, create the object null. After that, try session Hibernate. This is how we have get the transaction. Okay. Transaction begin. Transaction begin mean if this is a very efficient way to insert the record into the database. We have to use transaction begin and commit. Okay, if the transaction is success only, transaction commit. Okay, if you save the data success without any failure of the record which is not added, only it will be transaction commit will be executed. If it is any failure while you insert the transaction rollback, it will be rollback. Okay, this is different between transaction commit and rollback. I have uploaded the video in my core Java. How the transaction would work. Okay, you just go and watch them. You can gain good knowledge of transaction. Okay, right. After the list, this is how we have viewed the data from the database. Okay, we have created the class. This is student. This record, all the records are coming via the student class. Okay, student class. Okay. Interact with the database and data will be coming from the database and get data and passing to here student class. We have to create the function get all students. We have to create the object transaction list of the student. We have load all the student. Here also we have to create the begin. We have to get the student, all the students from students class. You have to get them. You have to load them. Okay. After that, this is the finding the record. we are passing one argument. We have create the student class. We have get one student get student ID. Okay, this is a function. You have to get one argument. One argument means what is the ID or what is the ID you are searching. Relevant record should be displayed on the display the records. So that ID coming as argument. Find the records over here. That's enough here. After that, this one, after find the records, we have update them. The same like add coding. So update method works. After finding this, update the record. This one should be the delete. After find the ID, we have delete the records. Okay, get the ID. What is the ID you are searching? You have delete the record. This is a simple way we are using to do the CRUD part. Okay, very simple. Okay, very simple. This is how delete the record, update record, all stuff here did. Okay, this also here we can choose session delete. Here is the session save and update. This method should be work as update the record. This is session the delete the record. This simple stuff here did. Okay, the save is view records. This is a search record, update record, and delete the record. Okay, that's a simple stuff you have to take. Okay, very simple. Right. After done the stuff, I have go to the my Geo application. Geo application I already taught how to do the Geo application in Eclipse IDE. Okay, first you have to install the Windows Builder in your Eclipse IDE. Then only you will be access the Geo application. Okay, right? So I'll go to the design tab. Why it's too much slowing? Here I already done the design. Okay, it's very simple design I have did. Okay. I have uploaded many videos regarding the Eclipse IDE. So here this design already done. Okay, so I no need to how to design this form. I don't want to explain. Okay, so here after done the design, I have this text field. I name it as txt ID. This text field txt name, txt course, txt fee. We name it as each and text box. Okay, very simply I have created the 5 different buttons. Okay, so first button with the right click. Add action perform, click on this one, go to this code. Okay, so you simply have to name it. We have to do it like this. Okay, so here what is the thing is what's the wrong here is you have to go to the this student class ID. We have to get rid of this. This is ID should be auto increment. That's why it's coming like this. Okay, so now it's error is go away. Right, so where's this one? Okay. So here right now here first we have to all the CRUD. This one should be we have to call when after add the record, click add button, record should be added into a database. What I did here is first DAR. This DAR class we have to create the object. All the CRUD operation done by DAR class. Okay, we have set all the this text fields. These text fields we have name, txt name, course and fee. This all the text fields we have to equal into the relevant variables name, course and fee. After that we have set it as this one like this. We have to set it there like this name, course and fee. Okay, this argument we have set like this. The same argument you will be able to see here. Data is coming here. You have to once you click this one, we have to add the record and edit the record. So we have to get it like this. Okay, after that dar.save student mean get the records, save student, click me, it goes to here, save button, go to the save method, it will be do the transaction, save session save. Okay, it will be do it. The same thing you did here. The same second thing is a view records. The same class you have to get it here. List of student we load from the DAR. List of all the student you can get load from here. Okay, you have to load from here. Okay, if you click this button, copy. Okay, this one I show into the message box like this. String message all student. The text should be appear on the when the message box is display on the screen. The message would be display like this, title message. Okay, after that we have to follow bit student is list. We have to create like this. Okay, first name, I want to show the FMA first name, course and fee would be displayed on the message box. The simple way we have displayed, a simple line of the code, That's it. After that, clear text box name. You have to use the text box and txt name, txt course, fee, and name. You have to clear off the text box simply like this code. Double click on text box. I think you are already aware of this one, how to clear the text box and all. Okay. After that, how to search the record, double click on this one. Simply way we have to create the record. Da, we have to implement the da ID. What's the ID? We have this ID we have set into the variable. Here this da get student one ID means this ID we argument, you will be able to see the argument of the get by ID. Get the ID, do the search bar. Search criteria, you have to use it like this. Okay, it get the records and pass in the relevant text fields once you enter this. TXT name, course and fee. You have to set the text fields like this. That's it. This is how you have to pass the text fields. After what I did here is update the record. Once you search the record should be displayed. If you have to update the record, then go here, update part. So here this update part will be get it here, get the ID, and it will be updated. Simple. Get the ID, and these are the records you are passing the relevant variable. It will be updated. This is simple stuff you have to do. Okay, very simple stuff you have to do. Very simple. Okay, I have to once more I have not added. Just set ID. This ID variable you are passing. Whereas the set ID function is via model class. Okay, set type. I have given a wrong name. That's it. Now it's be working. You have to do the set ID, then only it will be update the record. I haven't put it here. Okay, set ID. It's working properly. Okay, get the record. You have set all the stuff. It will be updated. Okay. After that, delete the record. Same code. Get the ID. You have to what is the ID you are enter on the text field. TXT ID text field. It is assigned the variable this way. You are called the da. Delete student mean it goes to the relevant da class, delete student, you get the argument and delete the record. Simply you have to do the stuff. Very simple. Okay, very simple. It's a delete code will be work. That's a simple stuff you have to do. This is a delete, this is a delete, this is the edit part. It's not the search, criteria work. This is update. You're not of this one. After that, this is the our saved. Okay, so this is how we have the programming will be work. Very simple. If you are convert this product as Maven dependency, select this one, CRUD operation, Maven, you are converting. I already converted, you are converting. Here the option called Maven. If you are not converted, it's coming here. Configure, there will be, I already converted, there will be the code Maven. You are converted here. Maven dependency, you are converted. Okay. I hope you guys you understood the things well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anyway. Thank you for watching.